Welcome to the Hidden Driveway Show. I'm your host, Amu, and then joining me today, we have a very special guest, ZZKILLME. If you would like to introduce yourself.
Yo, what's up? I'm ZZKILLME. I mean, I feel like I haven't really even shown my voice or my face online much, so this is probably a lot of it's like you guys' first time hearing my voice and seeing my face. So what's up?
Mm-hmm. All right, well, to get us started, is there anything that you would like to talk about?
Yeah, I got some stuff coming. I got a show like an online Twitch show next month. It's Buffetwave brought by Trashboat Uncle Tony on Instagram. But yeah, that's my bro. He's been doing this Buffetwave show, which it's like something with Jimmy Buffett, and then it's like a live show and also a comp. So I'll be doing the live show
Mm-hmm.
next month. I already have that made, so that's pretty cool. And then I've been working on some projects. I got a sequel to my first album coming out very, very soon. It's basically done. I want to make like a full visualizer
Wait,
for
so would
it.
you call it MTV3 then? Is that what you'd call it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. It's just MTV3. So that's my next album, probably coming out mid July. I'm just gonna go on I'm going on a little vacation soon, so when I come back, I'll do like the full visualizer for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna do a Catcore Deluxe as well as Catcore 2, which I announced Catcore Deluxe. I haven't announced Catcore 2 yet. I've only talked to some people about that, but it's coming soon. I've been working on it. And Catcore Deluxe, we actually started working on that in like August of last year, like a month after the original album came out. It was
Wait, who
just
is
gonna be
we,
like
by the
a
way?
oh, so okay, I'll explain it. It was gonna be like a remix album in the beginning. So it was just gonna be Catcore remixes. We're gonna like have one person, like a bunch of my like homies from like the breakcore scene. They were all gonna do like remixes of all the tracks. And then we are just gonna have it be like a remix album basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then that kind of just like it just got messed up for a while. Like no one was really like submitting anything. It was just kind of like a dead we have like a group chat, so it was just basically dead. And Eleanor had the idea to just have well, Eleanor's school book depository. They run Unlucky Win with Yamlin, and then we're basically just gonna make it a Catcore Deluxe. So it'll have the original album and then all those remix tracks, and then probably some extra tracks. I might submit new ones as well, and then we'll have some merch come along with it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what's coming next. I haven't dropped an album since like October, so I've been working recently.
So yeah, very, very exciting stuff going forward. I think that's the first time someone's talked about like a project that they're working on. Usually it's kind of secretive. So it's cool that
Yeah,
you had all that out there.
I haven't been working on like a project for I mean the MTV3 that's been in like production for like 2 years, so I just like hold off on a lot of music, but I want to start pushing stuff out because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like recently I've just been doing like a bunch of like live stuff, so that's all that's been uploaded, so I want to like push out an actual project again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And speaking of live stuff, so while I was admittedly unfamiliar with your work prior to going to the communion show in New York, your name immediately stuck out to me when I saw it on the flyer. So I was wondering, where did the name ZZ Kill Me come from?
Okay, so basically, like the first time that I used the name is actually on TikTok when TikTok first came out. Like, do you remember when it was transitioning from Musical.ly to
Yeah.
TikTok in like 2018? So I was just thinking of like a new username because all my old usernames were like pretty bad. So I just wanted to come up with something new. And there was this commentary YouTuber that I used to watch. I don't know if his name is Memulus.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I used to watch Memulus a lot, and then he made this like fake ass username one time, and it was like ZZ Epic Sniper. Well, obviously it's like Z, but he's British, so he
Yeah.
says Z. But I just put that in the beginning because like all my usernames would have like XX and like XX at the end. So I just kind of had that in the beginning, and then I wanted to be like edgy because that's like what was funny at the time. So I just put Kill Me,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was just easy Kill Me, and I just stuck with that since like 2018.
And are you happy with that name still, or would you consider changing it at some point?
Nah, I mean, I literally have like three different like aliases, but like the main one is just easy Kill Me, so I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like cool with that. It's like whatever, like it's cool.
Yeah, because I had a different artist name for a good like 3 years, And then eventually I was like, this is not a good artist name. I switched over to Amu after that.
What was your old artist name?
So my name in full, like it was a full one and then I shortened it and then I got rid of it. But it was Biggle Boink the Great.
That's not that. Okay, that's actually pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. You said Biggle Boy the
Biggle
Great.
Boink the Great.
Boink.
Boink.
How did you come up with that?
It was really stupid. So I was at this summer camp and they had like a bunch of laptops with like Steam loaded up on them, and people were
Yeah.
playing like Rocket League, and I realized like nobody here is gonna know my actual name, right? So they're gonna have to call me by like whatever
Yeah.
my name is in the game because you're gonna call out to like whatever. So I was just
Yeah.
like, what's the stupidest thing I can come up with that they have to call me? And then they're yelling like
Creepy
Biggle
boy.
Boink the whole game, and I just stuck with it after that. Like,
That's pretty cool. I actually fuck with that username.
like I still use
Yeah.
Biggle as my username for most websites, but another reason I stopped was because whenever I go into like feedback streams on Twitch, they would always say Biggie, which I don't know why, because like the B would
Mm.
be capitalized, but they would still say.
Oh,
It's like I don't know where they got that from,
they probably thought like the L was like a capital I or something.
but like I don't know
Like,
why I would do that though. But after
yeah.
it would happen enough that
I mean, probably at like first glance, it just looks like an I,
mm,
because probably no one's used to saying like bagel.
yeah,
So I guess
I think my breaking point was Do you know who Damaje is?
no, I'm not sure.
Okay, but it was this artist I was really into in like 2021, and he was like live streaming, and I joined. I was the only viewer, and he was like, "Oh hey Biggie," and after that I was just like, "Okay, I can't do that
You're just
anymore."
like fuck this. I'm changing my username.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I had like a bunch like most of my usernames it was just gamer tags. Like the first one I can remember, it was one that my cousin made for me. I was probably like 8. It was Bat Boy Rules. So it
That's
was
kind of
just like
awesome.
and my profile picture was the Batman versus Superman like the logo.
Mm-hmm.
How it's like the Superman in the Batman logo even though I never even watched the movie. So it was just Bat Boy Rules. And then the next one I can remember okay, I was at like a friend's house and we were playing Smash Bros. And then one of their like preset names, you know how you can have like the name tags on there?
Mm-hmm.
It was just Thek, which stands for like the cloud, like which is like cloud like the character.
Mm-hmm.
And I just saw it and I was like Thek, like that's kind of cool. So my name was like XX Thek XX or something. And then I just changed it to like XX Cloud. And then when I started playing Xbox a lot in like 2017, 2018, like before the whole TikTok thing, when I changed it to ZZKILLME, it was XX Poison Wolf because I was going through like the Xbox generated usernames, and I think it was something Poison Wolf, and then I like changed it a little bit. Well, like obviously it like wasn't Poison Wolf, it was something like that, and then I
Mm-hmm.
changed it to Poison Wolf, and then I saw that they had one of these icons where it was like the wolf with like the purple like lightning background. I was like, that's it, that's perfect. So like that was like my thing. It was that profile picture, and then Poison Wolf, and then that was before ZZ Kill Me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's basically all my usernames before then.
Yeah, mine have always been like made up words. Like Amu is just like a I got it from a random syllable generator because it spit out AMU and I just added an A to the front. Although in hindsight, it
Interesting.
wasn't the like I like the name still, but it's so bad for like search results because there's a college where Amu's the acronym
Serious? Oh
and it
shit.
never pops up. If you look up like Amu's SoundCloud, I'm there. If you look up on streaming, I'm there,
Yeah.
but you can't Google it. Um,
Yeah, no, it's definitely confusing.
yeah, and then I have the channel where I upload like archive music to called Gormf, which that one kind
Uh,
of popped off because I it happened because I uploaded Grave House by Cemetery like the day it got taken down, and then it just got
oh
like
shit.
thousands of views from that,
Yeah.
and I had the like I forgot what the Black Dresses album was, but it was the 2021 album that came out, and it wasn't on like anything for a little bit besides Bandcamp. Or no, it was on YouTube exclusively, and I chopped up like I opened Audacity and I like chopped up each song individually and exported it, and then that popped off
Yeah.
too. So I have like 700 subs on that channel, and I'll like push my own music on there sometimes to see if people look at it.
Oh, that's smart. That's pretty smart.
All right, well, your name is ZZ Kill Me, which begs a pretty important question, I think. So I'm gonna focus on the ZZ part of this, although I know
Yeah.
it's not about sleeping anymore. But when I was writing, that's what I thought. But what are some of your favorite dreams that you've had, or like most memorable?
Oh, damn. That's a pretty good question. Let me think. There's probably a lot I could think of right now, but nothing's really like popping up to my head at this moment. I remember when I was young, I had this dream of like a big, it was like a big like monstrous like baby, and it was like Godzilla. It was like fucking taking over the whole city. That's just one that always stuck with me for
Hmm.
some reason, even though it's like really strange. But yeah, most of the time I'd be having nightmares to be fair. Like nightmares, I don't know why nightmares just consume me. I'd be having like sleep paralysis and shit. But yeah, I mean, dreaming usually doesn't go my way. I usually just have fucking nightmares. I had one like a few weeks ago. It was like my school getting shot up or some shit. Like it's like intense ass
Yeah.
nightmares. And then obviously like I haven't had sleep paralysis in a while, but that shit used to terrify me. That is literally like the scariest thing that can ever happen to you. Like I don't know if you've had it
No,
personally, but
I
it's
have
so
I
fucking
have 'em. It's like you
terrifying.
can't move and it's just like a huge thing
Yeah,
coming
you
towards you.
you can't move. Well, for me, it's like I hear like really loud like ringing in my ears, and sometimes it'll be like a woman like screaming or something, and I can't move, and like my eyes just like open, and like you just have that feeling that like something's like coming to get you, and then you can't move unless you like focus really hard for me. And then I remember one time it was so bad. I was like facing straight up, right? And I swear to God, I saw a demon jump from my fucking ceiling down to me, and
Oh.
I was mortified. I was so terrified. Sleep paralysis is not a fucking joke. That shit is so real, and it's so scary. Like I tried to like look up like shit on YouTube to try to like replicate it so I could like show my friends how it's like, and like even that doesn't even like grasp how fucking terrifying it is.
Hmm.
It's just absolutely insane.
Yeah, my nightmares are like the main ones I get are like car accident dreams because I got into a. It
Yeah.
wasn't even that bad, but I got into an accident a year ago, and after that, I constantly have dreams where it's like, oh, the brake won't work properly, or the gas accelerates being like way too much, or like I'm driving in
Damn.
third person and I can't like it's like a top down third person view and I can't tell what I'm doing.
What the fuck?
It's just
Yeah, no.
like,
I've probably had some dreams like that. I don't know. I've had some like falling from like great heights and shit.
hmm.
I actually had a dream last night that I met Jeremy Allen White, and that was just pretty cool. I was like on like the bus with him or something, and I
Hmm.
like missed my stop, so I just stayed with him, and I was just like thinking about what I'm gonna do to get back home because I missed my stop, just so I can hang out with him.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was pretty funny because I was watching Shameless the night before, so that shit was just like in my head.
Hmm. Are there any other like more like pleasant dreams you can think of that you've had?
I've had one where I've met like celebrities and shit. There was one where I was with like Blade and we were just like chilling and it was super cool. I was actually there was one where I was at his concert. Like I actually had to miss his concert like in the dream, but then I had one the next day. Like the same concert. So
Hmm.
I was excited for that and I just saw him live in the concert. So it
Hmm.
was pretty cool.
In your dream.
Yeah, it was in my dream. Even though I am gonna see him this October. I'm gonna see him in New York on his Cold Visions tour.
Hmm.
And then I'm gonna go the day after to Philly. I'm gonna bus to Philly just so I can see him again.
Oh, did you? Well, I guess you like that album then because you're going to see him twice for it. But
Yeah, yeah,
I liked all the songs with Young Lean on it, and I liked the Black Kray song. But like I've only listened
yeah.
once in full, but it was just too samey for me. But I know people like that sound, so I guess it's just a me thing.
Do what for you, you said?
It was too like samey. Like I feel like a lot of the tracks kind of blended together.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I definitely feel that. I mean, like, I don't know if it's my favorite album of his. It's definitely the best one since like The Fool. But yeah, I don't think it's even in my top three, honestly. But I'm still just excited to see him live because I know he's still gonna play other shit besides the
Yeah.
album. Yeah, he's definitely like top three in my all time. You can see that the fucking ice dancer
Hmm.
behind me. And then I have a 333 one in my other room.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Hmm. Oh yeah, I thought the like 30 songs for his 30th birthday was kind of cute though. I like that.
Oh shit, I didn't even realize it was for his 30th birthday.
Yeah.
Did it drop on his birthday?
I I think so. Or
Damn,
if
I
not, it
actually
was
didn't
like
even
really
know
close
that.
to it.
I was just so shocked when I saw that it was 30 songs though, because I was like upstate at the time, and then I saw that like the fucking intro track dropped on like YouTube with like a music video, and I was like, oh shit, what's this? And then I saw like the Wake Up Filthy thing, and I was like, oh shit, like I wonder if new music's coming. And then my fucking girlfriend, she's like laying down. She's like, "Oh shit! Like 30 new Blade songs just dropped." Like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't even know this fucking album just came out. I just thought it was like a loose single.
Mm-hmm.
So I was pretty shocked.
Yeah, that was how
But
Psychic
I mean,
was
it
for
was pretty
me.
good. You said Psychic?
Yeah.
Oh, Psychos with
Oh, that's what I meant.
Bladee.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I honestly didn't even listen to that shit, honestly. It just didn't pique my interest at
Mm-hmm.
all. I listened to like one track and I was like, nah, I'm not really feeling it.
Yeah, I didn't go back to it, but it was just like I didn't know what it was going into it, and then I was like, oh,
It's just not my type of music. Like obviously, like I get they're trying to like drift into other kind of stuff than their usual drops are, but it's just didn't really spark my interest. I was pleasantly surprised to see that Cold Visions was kind of like his kind of older style with
mm-hmm.
like filthy beats and shit. It's cool.
Yeah, I like the original like Working on Dying album a lot though.
Oh yeah, that's definitely like top three. That one's so fire.
Okay, wait, what is your top three then? I'm assuming Ice Dancer's one of them, right?
What for
For
Blade?
top
Hold
three
up, I
Blade,
have to.
yeah.
Yeah, let me see his Spotify real quick because I forgot. It honestly shifts around a lot. I can say it in no particular order. I can name my top three. Let me see. I'm probably gonna have Glue on there. It's probably gonna be Glue, Working on Dying, and then shit. Honestly, probably The Fool. That one has grown on me a lot. That one's just super consistent as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like Red Light and Ice Dancer. Like they're super good, but some of the tracks just kind of throw it off for me. And like you said about Cold Visions, it kind of just feels all the samey, like the same kind of beats and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those three are probably my favorites. Probably Glue, Working on Dying, and then The Fool.
Mm-hmm. I think mine would be like 333, Working on Dying, and then Crest probably. But that's just like White Meadow's my
Yeah,
favorite song by him. I don't even like that like album like all the way through, but White Meadow is just like so good that it just kind of brings the whole album up for me.
I remember that Crest dropped like the day before me and my friend were gonna see them on tour in 2022. So that was just like it was like peak hype for that
Mm-hmm.
album at the time. So I thought it was really good, but honestly, I haven't been really like listening to it recently.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. So the cover for your first album, MTV2, features SpongeBob
Yeah.
on it, and there's a song on it called "Commercial Break," 2:20 a.m. So I
hmm
was wondering, what are some of your favorite TV shows growing up?
Definitely SpongeBob, obviously. SpongeBob is just like an undeniable classic. Probably the Garfield, the fucking animated show, like the one where it's like 3D. Like that one is so fire from like the 2010s. That fucking Garfield show is so fucking awesome. I'm trying to think of what else. Definitely like Ren and Stimpy. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
like a fucking go-to jazz show as well. Let me think. So Ren and Stimpy, SpongeBob, Garfield. Let me see what else. Probably just like oh, Sanjay and Craig was honestly super cool as well, and obviously Regular Show.
Mm-hmm.
Regular Show is definitely like one of my favorite cartoons of all time. Like I still like rewatch that shit all the time.
Were you more of like a Nickelodeon or like a Cartoon Network kid?
Definitely Cartoon Network. I spent most of my time on Cartoon Network, honestly. Just watching I remember like when like Teen Titans like Go was like on a lot, and then trying to think of what else like Clarence and like Uncle Grandpa and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a pretty good era, even though like I know that's not like a popular one, but I'm like younger, so that's just what I grew up with.
Yeah, I was really into all those like those rant videos, like Mr. Enter and stuff. Do you know what I'm talking
hmm
about?
Yeah,
But yeah,
no,
I
I've
would
seen
watch
that.
those like all the time from like 2013 to like 2016. I didn't have cable, so I had to pirate all my shows, but I watched a lot of Hey Arnold and Invader
Damn.
Zim. Those were my two.
Oh, Invader Zim is fire. I never watched like Hey Arnold though. Like it's like Hey Arnold and like something Rugrats. Like I never watched any of those
Hmm.
ones. Like when I was growing up, even though I know they're like considered as classics. I just never watched them.
Even if you don't watch Hey Arnold, the soundtrack is like really good. Like if you listen to like, I'm gonna put this on here, Groove Remote, I think that's what it's called. That's like the
I'd
best
probably
song
fuck with
ever.
it.
But that's like the main theme they'll like play during the show.
I'm gonna definitely check that out because I obviously like fuck with soundtracks a lot. So
Hmm.
I'll probably fuck with that.
Yeah, I used to do my homework to like the Hey Arnold soundtrack when I was in middle school, so it's It's got a special place in my heart. Um,
That's fine.
we're gonna stay on this little like childhood time period a little bit. So your work oozes of nostalgia for the late 2000s, early 2010s, a time that's very fondly remembered for like I'd say like mid Gen Z.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna lean into that a little bit. What are some of your favorite early childhood memories?
definitely just like hanging out with my friends from like school and shit. Like I remember I had one of my birthdays at McDonald's, and there was this like one kid that I just hated, and he was like the first person there. I was so fucking pissed off. But that birthday was lit though. It was, I mean, like I don't remember a lot of it, but like I remember like the McDonald's the fucking cake that they had. That shit was fire. I'm trying to think what else. I remember I used to have like these like disposable cameras. I used to like bring them like first and second grade. I used to like take pictures and shit. It's probably still in like albums in my house, but I know like my mom probably has that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I used to play a lot of like Wii U and shit. Like Wii U is super fucking underrated console. I used to play like everything on that. I remember I used to play like Lego Marvel Superheroes, and I like basically like 100% of the game, but I couldn't unlock the last character because of a fucking glitch, and I was just so pissed off. But I probably try to do it again, like one day, just so
Mm-hmm.
I can like finally like complete this shit.
Yeah, I was also a Wii U kid. I was playing a lot of like Rayman Legends was on there, right?
I think so, or that was the Wii. I
Or
don't know.
no.
I played like Rayman. I played Rayman Origins on the Wii,
Mm-hmm.
but I think Rayman Legends was probably on the Wii U then.
Yeah, no, because I went
If
100%
that
in the
was the
game, and then
sequel.
my dad and my brother were trying to play, and they wiped the entire save file.
Oh,
I was
that would
just,
piss me off so bad. Because I've like 100% of like a lot of games. So like getting that shit wiped away I would just be so fucking mad.
no, that's the only game I've ever 100%ed. So it's just
Seriously?
gone. Yeah,
That's
no, when
it?
I was little, I wouldn't finish a lot of the games I would play. I've had to go back recently. Like I never beat Mario Galaxy.
Wow. Mario Galaxy was I remember when that got ported to Switch, I just had to like 100% that.
Hmm.
That's definitely one of my favorite games ever. Mario Galaxy is it's just like fucking amazing. Like I don't even know what to say. It's just super great.
Hmm. And then I had it was the Lego Harry Potter games, but it was 5 through 7, like on one disc. But there was some glitch I ran into where it was like you had to carry like an object between rooms or something. But then they let me drop it early, and then I couldn't get back into the other room, and then I just gave up.
Damn, what the fuck? And usually like Lego games are like super polished as well. Like they don't have many glitches, so like it's just so unfortunate when you like find one and then like actually like fucks with your like progression of the story.
Yeah, Lego Star Wars though, I beat all of that. I don't think I 100%ed it, but that one I did finish when I was little.
I've never beat a Lego Star Wars. I played a few like on like the DS and like PS3 and shit, but
Hmm.
I never beat Lego Star Wars. I was never really into that. I was mainly into like the Lego Batman series and the Lego Marvel. And like those are just my favorite ones. I played like Lego like the Lego Movie video game and like
Hmm.
Lego Dimensions, but I never really liked those as much as like Lego Batman 1 and 2. Those are definitely like my favorite ones.
I mean, you have the whole album based off of it, so.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's pretty clear which ones are my favorite.
Hmm. The first game I ever beat was Wind Waker on the Wii U.
Oh, really? I've actually never played that one. Even like the original one. I never played Wind Waker. The first game I ever played was New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. I just remember being super young, and eventually I just beat it, like playing in my dad's car all the time.
Hmm.
But that's also one of my favorite games.
Yeah, and then when I was a
Yeah.
freshman in high school, my I don't know why they would do this, but like I would bring my Switch to school and just like play on it once I finished my assignments. My teachers didn't care, and I think I beat like all of Cuphead while I was like just in class
Damn, what the fuck?
with Joy-Con drift too.
Oh shit. I've actually never had Joy-Con drift. Like even seeing like how many people got it, I just never had it. I usually just play on the Pro controller anyways, but I've never had like any Joy-Con drift, which is honestly thankful because that shit's like fucking $80 for like a new controller. It's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
when did you get your Switch? Because mine was like the first gen one, so I don't know if that's like part of it.
I actually have every like I've had like every Switch that's came out. Like I had the first one like a month after it came out. I remember like going to Toys R Us like after all the money I've saved up, and I literally like bought it in like cash, and then that one kind of just like stopped working after a while, like because I think I like stopped playing it for like a year, and like the battery was just like fucked, so I like sold it to like my dad's friend, and then like a year later, I got the Switch Lite for like I think it was my birthday or something for my grandma, and then I played like a lot of Animal Crossing on that when that came out in quarantine. And then I forgot what happened to that, honestly. I'm pretty sure I just sold it. Like there wasn't anything wrong with it. I just didn't fuck with that. You couldn't connect it to anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I just sold that, and then a few years ago I got the fucking OLED one,
Mm-hmm.
which is obviously the best one. But yeah, I just have that next to my like setup the whole time. Sometimes I just play like some Mario or some shit. Or usually I just like watch YouTube on it.
Mm-hmm. On your Switch.
Yeah. Like the fucking Switch has like Hulu, Netflix, YouTube. It has like everything on it now, so it's basically just like an iPad.
Mm-hmm. What else did I do on my Switch? I can't think of anything. Also, it's funny because the next question was what were your favorite games, but we already covered that, so
Oh
I'm just
shit.
not gonna ask
Yeah, I
that.
mean, yeah, I'm trying to think because I'm pretty sure I mentioned most of my favorite ones anyways. It's mainly like Mario games and like Lego games as well, but I also like Five Nights at Freddy's a lot, which I feel like I kind of incorporate that in my music a little bit. Like I have a few tracks which are basically just sampling some of the soundtracks from the games, but I've like 100%ed all of the games like ever since the first one.
Mm-hmm. So the YouTube algorithm can be seemingly random at times, but you were fortunate enough to benefit from this with your 2023 album Catcore, which currently stands at 234,000 views today on YouTube. What was the process of working on it like, and how do you feel about it blowing up in popularity?
Oh yeah, so like the process working on it, I actually have like the original album because obviously it wasn't as well not obviously I don't know why I keep saying that, but it wasn't as like action packed as it was right now. I'll just send it to you, but like I have the original album uploaded to one of my alts
Mm-hmm.
like Bandcamp accounts. Like it has like a whole different cover and it's only like 8 tracks, but I made the original one in like a week. Just like it came out in January, so it was like over like Christmas and shit like that. I just made it. It was kind of just like a throwaway thing. That was basically my first time trying like breakbeat and shit like that. And I just called it like cat breakbeat. Like I remember posting on like my Instagram story. I was like, is cat breakbeat a thing? And then posting like the first beat, and then that kind of just like like inspired the whole album. I basically just wanted to do like a cat like breakcore like breakbeat album,
Mm-hmm.
and then I finished it. Well, I finished like the old version in like a week, and then I hit up Eleanor from Unlucky Wind asking if I could release the album on the label. And then after they agreed, I basically just wanted to like revise it a lot. So I added like 5 more tracks or something like that. Actually, no, it's I literally like doubled the track list. I just see. And then Eleanor made like a new cover art for it, which took a while, but it was all right because like everything was still getting made. And then they dropped it on their Bandcamp, and then we had like tapes and shit. So I was just super fortunate because that was like probably like the biggest release like I had. I'm pretty sure I had physicals at the time, but it wasn't like as the album was coming out, so that was pretty big for me as well. And then the tape sold out in like the first day, which I was like pretty surprised about. I didn't think people were gonna fuck with it like as much as
Mm-hmm.
they do. And then like I kept checking the YouTube shit, and then it just kept going up. Like I remember I just like kept posting on my story. I was like thank you for like 10K, thank you for 15K. And then it literally just didn't stop. I thought it was just gonna like stop at one point. Like it was just like getting recommended to like a few like thousand people and shit. And then it just kept going, and I was in Brazil at the time like on vacation when it reached like 100K, and I was just like super surprised. I was like damn. Like people are like really just fuck with my shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then like between both of the band camps from mine and the labels, there's like so many people supporting it. So I'm just like super thankful that people just fuck with it. And that kind of inspired me to like keep putting shit out. Cause like before that album came out, I was on like a 10 month like hiatus or something. Like I just didn't drop anything since like November. So I was just that just like motivated me a lot to like just keep going basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you on the like constantly checking things. I had a video go viral my freshman year of high school. Do you remember those like It was really stupid when people would play like the Pornhub intro like on drums at like
Oh
talent
yeah, yeah.
shows. Yeah, no, I uploaded one of those because I stole my friend's Instagram recording of it and I uploaded it to YouTube, and then it got 2.7 million views. And I
Are
would
you
be
fucking
checking it
kidding
like
me?
every couple like hours, and it would just keep going up.
What the fuck? Wait, like over the course of like how long did it get that many
Um,
views?
okay, I uploaded it in like late February, and then this is the sad part. The guy took it down because like he was like a class friend, he wasn't like a real friend, right? But he saw that the video got huge, and he thought I was making money off of it. So then he DMCA took down the video, and then I
What
was
the
like,
fuck?
"It's not monetized. Like I can't make any money off of it." And he's like, "Oh, I don't know how to take like the claim off." So it's just stuck as like it's just stuck in purgatory now. But there's like re-uploads of it, and someone even animated the video with like because the guy like the guy that was recording, he sounded like Plankton. So someone like drew him as Plankton saying the same stuff.
So someone like animated the one that you uploaded?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. I don't know how the fuck the YouTube algorithm works, but I mean, I was just blessed to have so many people click on that shit, I guess. I guess the cover art was pretty
Hmm.
like like eye-grabbing, so
Yeah.
I gotta thank Eleanor for that.
And then what would you say makes it like cat breakbeat specifically, like the cat part?
I mean, it's just like a lot of like goofy sound effects and shit that I used in the beats, and like obviously I use like cat meows and stuff, and like all the tracks basically are titled like after like something cat related. And I
Hmm.
just feel like it's something that like cats would like to listen to. Like I know like sometimes I put it on and like my cats will like come in. So I mean it's like proven to work
Hmm.
basically.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite song on there is Mario Kart without the R. That's my
Oh
favorite.
yeah. I've actually gotten comments about that one, like because people thought like you're supposed to like remove the first R, so then they thought it would be like Mario Kart, which I mean like I feel like it's pretty obvious what it's supposed to
Yeah.
like be Mario Cat, but then people think it's Mario Cat, which I guess I could like change it to Mario Kart without the second R, but
That's too
I
much
feel
though.
like
If they can't
that would
figure
be
it out,
way
that's
too
on them.
long. I feel like it's pretty obvious what it's supposed to be. So I feel like people just like look into it too much and just like trolling on me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole album in general was like really fun. I was surprised too because that was like the first one I'd heard, and then I listened to your other albums to research, and that one's way more just like upbeat compared
Yeah,
to your other stuff.
it's pretty crazy because like that's the only time I dip out of like the ambient or like vaporwave genre. But obviously now I'm probably gonna be going back to it because that's what's been performing best. So yeah, Catcore 2 coming soon. Catcore Deluxe coming
Hmm.
soon. Go get your merch and stuff. I'm gonna try to get shirts made for like Catcore Deluxe. I feel like that would be super cool.
Hmm.
Because I had like the tapes and the CDs through the label come out. And then I was actually like at my job when I released the album. I was working at like a summer camp at the time. It was like over the summer. And then like you had to like sit with the kids during like arts and crafts and stuff. And one day they were like painting. So I was just like, all right, fuck it. I'm just gonna try to paint the cat from the cover art. And then it actually came out pretty good. And then I just made copies of it and then I sold them on Bandcamp for like $1 and I like
Hmm.
signed them. So that was pretty cool. But then eventually it was just like a lot of work to just keep packaging posters. Meanwhile, you're like not even getting anything off of it because obviously I didn't want to like charge people for it. It was literally just like sheets of paper, just like
Yeah.
printed. So I didn't want to like overcharge anything. I didn't even really care about making money, but like after doing all that work, it just wasn't worth it. So I just took them down.
Hmm.
But I might bring them back for the deluxe version because I had some people asking about that. It's surprising how like you look at like rate your music and shit, and there's like 200 reviews or something. Like I'm super surprised that people like will be like that dedicated to like listen to the full thing and then like review it. And like yeah, I mean some people wrote like paragraphs of reviews, so
Hmm.
it's pretty crazy when I literally like didn't put that much thought into making it. Like I said, like the original 8 tracks was made in like 1 week, so it wasn't like expected to like blow up as it did. I kind of just was doing it for fun.
Yeah. And then how did the Burrito Boy feature happen?
Honestly, don't remember. I just made like the beat, the fucking Matt. Well, it's not Matt Ox, but that's like the title of it. That's just what Burrito Boy wanted to name it.
Hmm.
So I just made that beat, and I was just thinking, I was like, damn, like someone could honestly rap over this. And then I just hit up Burrito Boy, and I was like, yo, do you want to rap on this? And then he was like, yeah. And then that's like my like Brazilian bro. So
Hmm.
I just had to. I just had to get him on there. and it came out pretty fire.
Yeah, do you fuck with Matt Ox, like the rapper?
Yeah, I mean he's pretty cool. Like I know he makes like I'm pretty sure he makes like rage shit now,
Yeah.
which like I don't listen to it too often, but I like that one track he did with like the fidget spinner shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. But I don't really listen to him on like a regular basis, but like he's cool.
hmm Yeah,
Yeah.
I really liked his album. He had a thing in 2022 where he was dropping a song like every day of the month, and then at the end of the month he dropped the whole project.
Damn.
But it was like a
For real?
31 song, like hour 20-minute long album. But like it's generally pretty good.
The only one I listened to, like the only like full album I listened to is the one he did with Surf Gang. But that
Oh
one's pretty
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I wasn't huge in that one, but I liked the 454 Surf Gang one.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
All right, so this is a very anticipated segment because I lost to chapters 2 to 6 in the last episode, and I need to reclaim my honor because I've been on a losing streak before, and I don't need to go back there. So I was wondering, would you like to play rock paper scissors? Best 2 out of 3,
Okay. For
and then
sure.
you gotta close your eyes because there's like a delay and whatever. Okay,
Okay. All right. It's close.
rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh wait. You just do shoot? I usually just do like says shoot.
No, that's what
Like
that's what Isaac
rock
said
paper
too.
scissors
That's like a
says
New York
shoot.
thing, I guess.
That's what I've been doing like my whole life. Like honestly.
Yeah, I think that's just a New York thing then, because at least in Texas we say rock paper scissors shoot. Okay, so we
Okay.
got
Okay, so we can just do it like your way. We can just do it your way.
okay.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay. I won.
Oh,
I won that one.
uh
That's
oh, uh
paper.
oh. Okay.
Okay. So best 2 out of 3.
Yeah, so
So
I
if
have
I
I have a chance still,
I win
but
this one, then I just win.
yeah. Ooh.
Alright.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Again,
Bro,
the
come
same
on.
thing.
No.
I knew.
No.
I honestly knew that you were probably gonna go for the same one, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go
Damn.
for the same thing."
So that's my second losing streak that I've been on.
It's crazy because I usually never pick paper too. I usually just always do scissors first.
Mhm.
But I was just feeling like paper today.
Mhm. Did you do rock during the first go through? Cuz I did scissors, so I would have lost either way.
No, I'm pretty sure I did scissors during the
Oh,
first
cause
one as
I
well.
just saw this, like, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't
At
know
least I'm
what.
pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I lost my mojo. I don't know what happened.
Wait, how many times have you? Is this like the second time in a row that you lost?
Yeah,
Oh shit. Yeah, you got to get back on that.
yeah. I have a whole spreadsheet of like how many times I've won and lost. So I gotta add this to it.
What's your like ratio? Like
Um,
what's like the ratio looking like?
it was pretty good, but it's going down now. I think it was I had won like 11 out of 18, but this would be the
Oh
19th
shit.
one. I've had 20 guests on total. Uh,
So you won 11 out of 19?
no, because then I lost to Carter.
Oh shit.
So
Shit.
I don't. I think I'm like 50-50 at this point,
Damn.
like around that. But yeah, because I have a video idea for like in the future where I want to like power scale all the guests I've had on with this segment, and I'll have to compare like how each person did, and then like if it tied at all, if they just beat me, because like you just beat me, there wasn't even like a attempt on my end.
You should do like a tournament like that. Like that would be fire. Like a rock paper scissors tournament, since it literally like doesn't require any skill. It's
hmm
like I feel like it would just be funny since like it could literally be like 50-50, like you said.
Yeah, I keep thinking about like the 1 year anniversary of the channel, which is kind of silly because like I started it 3 months ago, but I have big plans for stuff coming.
That's gonna be fire. What if you did like everyone's interview? Like you know how they have those videos where it's like a series, but they'll put it all into one video?
hmm
Like you should do that, but it should be all playing at the same time. I feel like that would be pretty interesting to watch. Just like trying to like pay attention to one, but then like you keep overhearing like the other like 50 or something.
Yeah, like I'm
I
sure like
feel
the
like I
intro would be
feel like that
synced
would be
up, and then
funny.
after that it's just.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like fucking chaos.
hmm I might.
Yeah.
That's assuming I keep all the video files though, because like the one for the Carter one that's not out yet as of when we're recording this, I think it's like 20 gigabytes or something because it's 2 hours long. Like I don't know if I can keep that on my computer for that long.
Damn. Or you can just do like YouTube to MP4 or something, even though like the quality would get absolutely fucked.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Who knows? All right, moving on. So your work, as you said before, is mostly vaporwave and ambient. but you've delved into genres like breakbeat as well. So who would you say are some of your biggest influences for your music?
I mean, like, are you referring to like a specific project or just like overall, like
Just like
my
overall, when you're
influences?
like, let's say you just like
Okay.
open your like DAW, like what are you gonna make? Just based off like what you like, I guess.
I mean, it would probably be like a remix, honestly, because that's just what I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot of like remixes and shit, but like kind of like sampling, but also just doing like the track in full, but like splitting it up into different parts. But it would probably have to be something. Damn. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it because like my music when it comes out like the final project, it's not like really like any inspiration that I have. But I mean, just for like overall like aesthetic and theme inspirations, I'll have to give the first one to like JPEG Mafia because that's probably what inspired me to make music in the beginning. Like I was just a big fan of like the Ghost Pop tape and shit. That's still like my favorite album like of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But I really tried to base like MTV2 off of that. Like I just really like the melodies and shit that he had going on. Obviously my shit isn't as good as that, but I kind of just like the melodies and shit that I brought on, and it was kind of supposed to be like the same kind of vibe where it's just like everything like meshes together in a way that's like makes it easier for you to listen when
Mm-hmm.
you're going like a full dive. And then besides that, it's not directly like an artist, but it's usually just like video games and shit. I will sample so many fucking video games in an album. Like I mean, obviously I've made like two albums that are just based off of video games, and even then like I'm pretty sure everything I've released has had a video game sample in it like everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Besides like my debut EP, but I'm just looking through my Bandcamp. Like I could name off like so many like samples from video games I use. So that's definitely my main inspiration, just video games and like their soundtracks and shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just so fire. Like I will just listen to video game soundtracks like most of my day. If I'm listening to music, it'll probably be a soundtrack, even if it's like to bed or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just listen to like a game soundtrack.
I forget what album's on, but I know there's like one song where you sampled I think it's Wet Hands from Minecraft, but did you play that yourself? Because it didn't sound like
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
original.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, that was on my piano. I used to take piano lessons. Like that was actually when I was first dropping music. Like I started taking piano lessons in like October of 2021. My piano's not here anymore. It's upstate in my dad's house, but I used to just teach myself piano. Like I tried to learn like the sheet music, but it was just so hard. So I just went off of memory, and I still know how to play some stuff, but I tried learning a few of the Minecraft tracks. I knew Sweden, and then I played Wet Hands as well
Mm-hmm.
on yeah.
Yeah, that was my progression too. I started and then I with piano lessons in like 2018, and then I realized like I don't like the songs I'm being told to play, and I also wasn't
Yeah.
practicing that much. But it's like I realized I could just play by ear, and after I figured that out, I just kind of
Yeah.
stopped taking
That's
lessons.
what I did as well. I used to just do those YouTube
Synesthesia
those YouTube
videos.
piano lessons. Yeah, where it just like showed you where the keys are,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would just do that off of memory, and eventually I would just remember it. And then like for MTV, the track MTV off MTV2, that was just like a melody that I made myself while I was just like practicing piano. I just made that like whole song,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm pretty proud of. Like that was just something I didn't even really take any inspiration off anything. I just like came up like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, you're talking before. I actually really like MTV too, though. There's like a, it's like a, it's like a comforting like loneliness. That's the way I can describe it.
Yeah, I saw there was someone that wrote something similar to that on Rate Your Music, and I was just like surprised that because I mean that's basically like what I was going for, but it just didn't really go. It just didn't really get like recognized like the
Mm-hmm.
way I intended it to, until obviously like Catcore and stuff like blew up like that, and
Mm-hmm.
then people kind of just like dived into like my older catalog, which I'm definitely thankful for because I feel like I definitely like portrayed a certain type of vibe that I want the people to grasp, and then I feel like it's kind of just happening over time. So I just hope that more people like check it out and shit
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like they would get it in the way that I did,
Mm-hmm.
at least some people.
Yeah, and we were talking about this before the interview, but where's the cover from? Because you said it's not from a video game, so.
Yeah, it was from. I'm pretty sure this was Lost Media at some point, but it was fuck, what is it? It was from like a Blink 182, like kind of visual song. Hold on, I can find the video, but obviously it was something like on MTV,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like those visuals. It was like over like a Blink 182 song. Let me see if I can find it. But I just saw it in like my YouTube recommended one day, and then I just like screenshotted it because I thought it looked cool, and then I sent it to my friend. I was like, "Yo, do you think this could be a cover art?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then I just like edited it in like PixArt or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just made that my fucking cover art. But yeah, I'll send it to you. It was just like a music video kinda for all the small things by Blink 182, but then it was just like SpongeBob characters like dancing around,
Mm-hmm.
and like you mentioned, it does look like those like old games. So I kind of understand how you thought it was that, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's just like a piece of lost media that I thought was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And we were all talking before, but like, what were some of your favorite SpongeBob video games? 'Cause I know you played a lot of them.
Oh yeah, I played the one with Plankton on the cover art. I think it's like some preacher or something. It's something like that, but I played that one. I played the Atlantis one on my Wii. The first one I played was Battle for Bikini Bottom on my uncle's GameCube in Brazil. So that was like what first introduced me to it, and I still have some like memories of that game. It was pretty cool playing it on the GameCube. And then I played like some like well, some shit when I was younger, like on my iPad. It was like where you had to like flick the bubbles into some shit, and I mean that's not really like the kind of like games that like you would think of SpongeBob, but that's just one that I also
Mm-hmm.
played when I was younger. I played the Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated when it came out. I only played like a few levels because I wasn't really feeling it, but it was still pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got like a PS2 like about like a year ago, and then I got the SpongeBob movie game on that, and I played that like halfway through. So yeah.
Yeah, so admittedly, the only one I've played, and I told you this also, but was SpongeBob Truth or Square. But there was this browser game on the Nickelodeon like website where it was like a point and click game, and you had to go find a bunch of like ingredients, and there was like a burger cooking mini game that you had to do, and you had to like rise up the ranks in the like Krusty Krab, I think, or something.
I know there's one like that where it was like a browser game, and then someone found like a really like fucked up image in it, and it was like super scary. It was something. It was just called something silly. Let me see if I can find it. It was just like a browser game, and then like someone like digged into the files, and they found like this super like fucked up looking thing. I feel like it was called something like Biggle, like how your name is. It, it
Mm-hmm.
was it was something like really stupid. Let me see. It was just hold up. I'll just screenshot it. It's this thing. Someone found this shit in like a SpongeBob game, and then and like the whole community was just like freaked the fuck out. Like I don't even know what the fuck it is, but I'll just send you the link if you want to watch it later. But
Mm-hmm.
it was pretty funny.
Maybe the game dev was just like bored and put that in there because it's like they don't think
I'm
people are
pretty
gonna
sure
find it.
it was like an asset that wasn't finished, but then they just left it in there.
But like,
But
why would they
I
have
don't
like a
know.
realistic
I just
person in SpongeBob?
I know it's super. It doesn't even look like a person. It just looks so fucking weird. Like why is the grin so big and like the eyes are like bloodshot? It's
Mm-hmm.
just fucking creepy.
Yeah, it's like Ben Drowned esque almost.
Yeah. Oh, it's called Yummer. I don't know why it's called Yummer. I'm pretty sure that's what it was named, but it was on the sprite sheet for Mrs. Puff. But yeah,
Oh,
it's super fucking creepy though.
I mean, I can see like the Miss Puff shape a little bit, but I don't know why they would have.
I don't know what I don't know I don't know why they put teeth on Mrs. Puff, but yeah, it's just something cool that like fucking shocked the community and me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit could definitely be like a creepypasta or something.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking
What's
Yummer.
there's like the SpongeBob. It's not SpongeBob. No, it's Squidward. You know what I'm talking about? Where
Squidward
he's
Suicide,
like
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I actually like take some themes from like some of the SpongeBob creepypastas for MTV3. I try to make it more like SpongeBob based. So like I take like a lot of samples from like those like creepypasta videos like on YouTube of it. So I mean I'm pretty excited. Obviously it's not gonna be like the breakcore shit, but it's gonna be like some like creepy atmospheric shit that I fuck
Mm-hmm.
with, and that's probably gonna be the last time I do like anything like ambient for a while. because I know people just fuck with the more like upbeat like breakbeat type of shit. So I mean, and like I'm like cool with doing that. So that's probably what I'm gonna be doing for like just from like now on.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you had the like the Kitty Pasta song on there, right? I don't remember how it sounded,
Yeah.
but that's
Oh
kind
yeah, yeah,
of
yeah. Yeah. Do you hear like the laugh on that? Like that's what like inspired me to call it Kitty Pasta because it kind of sounds like that like Sonic.exe laugh, where but it's just like sped up in the song. But that's just what inspired me to call it that. And I,
mm-hmm.
I feel like it kind of has like kind of like a creepy vibe, even though it's just more like ambient type shit. But that one's probably my favorite one off the whole album.
Mm-hmm. Also, Catcore in general was like a really good car album. Like I was going to the doctor's office earlier, and I was bumping that like the whole way there to like
Seriously.
research. Yeah.
I usually just listen to it while I'm like walking or something. I mean, I don't really have like a direct place I listen to music because I usually just listen to it like while I'm outside. Like yeah, usually like you said like during like car rides and shit. But
Mm-hmm.
like I never really like listened to it. Like I never thought of it like as a car album. I would just think of it as like a walking album for me. But obviously I know like a lot of people listen to it, so they probably do a bunch of different shit while listening to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I can definitely see myself integrating like MTV2 into my like late night. If it's like 2 in the morning, I can definitely see me listening to that.
Yeah, I definitely listen to like a lot of my own shit like during like nighttime and like going to bed and shit. Like it kind of just brings me like a certain type of comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously it makes me nostalgic as well, obviously when I was like making it and shit.
Mm-hmm. And then you kept talking about how this is the direction that people like are enjoying, and that you're gonna go in that direction because they like it. But is that like
Yeah.
fully what you want to do, or is it only because it like performs so well? Like, do you think you would have kept doing that otherwise?
I mean, I don't really know. Like I'm cool with just doing like with like whatever people like cuz obviously like whatever I make, I'm still gonna like it. Like obviously I like the ambient shit, but I feel like if like the breakbeat shit is gonna keep like progressing me as an artist, then I feel like that's just what I have to do. And like I can still always do like the ambient shit like whenever I want to, but I know like shit like Catcore is just like what people like. So that's just what I'm like going towards like as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's probably like my like main goal.
Yeah, I saw that merry-go-round popped off like a decent amount too on
Yeah.
ambient
I
festival.
mean, before Catcore, majority of my listeners was in like Japan and shit. Like it skyrocketed to like 5K like monthly listeners on Spotify, and everyone was just like from Japan. I think it's because I like label my music as like Japanese, just so that like the capitalization on like Apple Music and shit can be like lowercase. Because
Mm-hmm.
I like title my shit like lowercase, and it'll only show like that on streaming services if you make it like a different language. And obviously, like some of my track titles have like Japanese letters, so
Mm-hmm.
you would have to like label it as like a Japanese album. Like I feel like the algorithm like points it towards people in like Japan more,
Mm-hmm.
which I mean is cool as well.
Yeah, so you're not just an artist though. You also run the label Weatherguide, which is work with artists like Black Kray, Cartier God, and High C, among others, produce physical releases for their albums. So I was wondering, what made you start running the label, and then what's the process of like making those physical releases like, and like working with the artists and stuff.
So I started the label. I was like in the beginning of my like music collecting journey. I started in like 2021. I started collecting vinyl, and then I quickly moved on to like CD, and then like the year after I did cassettes. And then like ever since I started collecting, I started doing like a bunch of like customs for like myself and friends and shit. Like I still have some like death grips and like I'm trying to think like death grips and like blade like bootleg shit I made just for like myself. And then I just thought it was cool to have like custom shit, and then eventually I started reaching out to artists and seeing if they would be down to do like an actual release. Since like at the time it was just like handmade shit I did before I started like getting everything like professionally made and stuff. So I reached out to Mo the Undying, who originally did the RCB Hex mix, which was like definitely like one of my favorite mixes, probably still one of my favorite like DJ mixes in like the underground rap scene. So he was like he was willing to do that, which was super awesome. And then we did like a run of tapes and CDs. And then ever since then, like I've started to get like more traction in like the scene. So I've just been reaching out to more artists and putting their shit out on physical. So yeah, and to answer your question about like the process, basically I would just reach out to whatever artist I'm interested in working with. Like as of now, like I mentioned to you before, over messages, I'm pretty picky over like what releases I do. So I'll usually like hit up like an artist I'm interested in working with, and then I'll give them like a rundown of like how they like how this would work, like how many copies I would distribute, how they would be distributed, like where they're coming from, because obviously it's like professionally made, and then offer like a cut for them, and then we would like negotiate the cut around, and then I would get the artwork made by like Ambient or Studios, which are both people I've been working with for a while. They're pretty good artists. And then I would just send it off to the factory and shit. And then yeah, I mean that's basically it.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically just like like curation, and then I'll send everything out myself. Like I have like all the shipping supplies here and stuff. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Has there been a tape that's done like better than you thought it would in terms of sales?
Yeah, there was the Lil Pissy, the RXK nephew versus RX Poppy. Yeah, I honestly didn't know how well that was gonna sell because he was actually the one who hit me up first. He was asking if I wanted to press like one of his projects onto cassette, and then I just thought I would like give him a look because I actually never heard of because I never heard of him like at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and then I saw that he had like a collab EP with RXK Nephew and RX Poppy, which I was pretty interested in working with. So I like made sure that I like asked him if that was cool with them because it was like them like hopping on his track
Mm-hmm.
rather to like him just producing for them. So like he had like the royalties to it and everything. And I still didn't know how well it was gonna sell because like I didn't know if people have seen this EP before. And then it sold out in like the first or second day. So I was pretty surprised about that. And then we did like the second run, which did pretty good as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was like pleasantly surprised by that release.
And how many are usually like in stock? Like I imagine for like the Black Kray release, there's probably more, but for like an average like
Uh,
Weatherguide release, how many?
like an average one. For now, it's probably like 50. Like when I first started, it was like 25 because I was doing everything for the cassettes. Like I would just order the materials and like dub everything myself. But now I'm just ordering it straight from the factory, so it has like the factory seal and everything. So I would usually do like a run of like 50 cassettes or
Mm-hmm.
like 50 CDs. So yeah, that's usually just the average for now.
Yeah, I was curious about that because I've been working with Orange Cake Mix, who's an artist I've had on here before. But
Yeah.
he has like 800 plus songs on his Bandcamp from the last
Wow.
like decade. And during the interview, he was like, I don't really make music anymore, but if somebody were to go look through my Bandcamp and compile maybe like the 15 to 20 best songs off of it,
Yeah.
and then like work with the label to get it released, then maybe I'll drop another album. And I talked to him about it afterwards, and there was I'm in my college's student radio org, and there's some guy in there that ran out like a small label. So I talked to him about like producing the actual like physical copies for it,
Yeah.
and then I've just been working with Orange Cake Mix to like get the track list finalized. And actually today, what do we today? We have the title figured out now. We just need him to do the cover art, and I can send it back to the label to like do all that. But I'm curious to see
Oh,
how it does because I don't
that's
really
cool.
know how that process works.
Yeah, I mean it's most of the time it's like hit or miss, especially for smaller artists. Like I don't really know how to like judge how well it'll sell. Like I said for the one I just mentioned, like I honestly didn't think it was gonna sell as well as it did. So it's really just like a flip of a coin when it comes to smaller artists. Obviously, for like Black Kray, like you mentioned, that shit sold out so quickly, even with all of the stock that was in there. So yeah, I mean it's definitely harder when working with smaller artists, but I definitely try to give my fair share of chances to artists that I find that are like smaller than people who like usually perform well on like
Hmm.
the label and stuff.
Yeah, I know Orange Cake Mix told me that a lot of his old like he used to sell his old like demo tapes online, and
Yeah.
they would go up for like $500 from like bidding and stuff. So
Wow.
I don't
That's
know.
pretty
We'll see.
insane.
Cause he was on
I wonder how he managed to do that.
cause do you know Darla Records?
No, I
That,
haven't heard of them.
mhm. But that was the label that like Sweet Trip was on,
Oh
and he
yeah.
used to be on that also. So I think that's why. So people know of him because
Wow.
of that.
That's pretty crazy, honestly. like selling for like 500. I mean, I know like sometimes the market gets crazy for that shit, but I mean, especially for like a smaller artist like him, I'm assuming he's a smaller artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a smaller artist like him, that's pretty cool to have your stuff sell at like such a high value.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Moving on. So a lot of music has a very comforting and soothing quality to it. So when was the time you felt just truly at peace?
Damn, like usually or just like one time like
Like
throughout my whole
just
life.
either.
I mean, usually I feel at peace. I could just be like playing like a video game or something, and like I have something playing in the background, or I'll be like laying in my bed, just watching something, and yeah, I mean, usually just like watching shows and stuff like brings me at peace. Like I'm just like stress free. Like obviously, video games is kind of more stressful because sometimes you can like rage and stuff, but
Mm,
yeah, I feel like watching shows and stuff definitely brings me like more comfort because I'm just sitting there and enjoying and just watching. Especially when I'm in my bed, it's just generally just like chill. So
hmm.
yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. For me, walking is like the big thing for me. Like there was
Yeah, I like walking too.
yeah. It just clears my head, and then I never want to be like on my phone or anything when I'm out walking.
Yeah, like late night walks are the best.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go like biking with my dad sometimes because he lives in Whitestone, which is kind of more like a rural area in the city. Like obviously it's still in the city, but there's like this park that we would go to sometimes, and it's like by the water. So we would just like go there like biking at night, and that was I would just like have like my headphones in.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just like peaceful and stuff.
Yeah, there's a park that was close to my dorm that I'd walk to a bunch at night during the school year. It's this huge like they have this net structure there where it's like 10 feet off the ground, and you can just like lay it, and then they have some like lights set up. But I would just go there and like chill for like an hour, like every day.
Yeah, I think like parks by like the water is generally just more peaceful. Like you have that like ambience like around you and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just like see like the waves and like reflection going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then as the episode comes to a close, is there anything you'd like to give a shout out to?
Shout out my boy Isaacs. Shout out Dom. Shout out let me see. Shout out Force Designation Records. Shout out Scrap. Shout out Trash Sleeper. Shout out Cartier God. That's my bro. Shout out Geck Prod. Shout out Sauce Gardener. Shout out Dismiss Yourself. Shout out Eleanor. Shout out Yam. Shout out all my like unlucky win homies. Those are like my day ones for real. And then let me see. I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't give a shout out to you, then I'm sorry, but I was just like blanking right now. I just had to like get all those ones out the way. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, shout out all my bros.
All right, so shout out all his bros and shout out ZZ Kill Me. Thank you so much for coming on today. This was really fun to do. All of
Thank
his
you.
links will be in the description down below if you want to check out his music.
I
Go
appreciate
check
it.
out
Thank you.
Weatherguide tapes also. Oh, I forgot to
Yep.
mention that, but I knew Weatherguide, but I didn't know that you ran it until I was like researching for the interview.
Yeah, I kind of just like keep it like low key. But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, obviously I'm fine with like speaking about it, but I just don't like go like blurting that like I like run the label and shit.
Yeah. Do you try to promote your own stuff on there, like also, or is that like a separate thing?
I mean, I had like a release on it before. It was like before the first Black Kray release. It was two of my JPEG Mafia mixes, like his like older ones, and I released that on like a cassette with like a reversible cover.
Mm-hmm.
And then I promoted a lot like Catcore and stuff as well. And usually when I drop something new, I'll upload it to like the archive channel and stuff as well for Weatherguide. But generally, I don't like promote like every new thing that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to just like keep it separate.
Yeah, because in this scene, I think it's like Skyline tapes, and then
Hmm.
Weather Guide, and then like Copper cassettes, which is like Fire's XP's thing. Those are like the three I
Yeah,
think of when I think of like net labels.
really?
Yeah, at least for like what I know, because like that's what I like see the most.
Yeah, I feel like there's just like completely different scenes though as well. Because then there's like Force Resignation, which I feel like we've been putting out like pretty similar releases, and then also Dismiss Yourself, which I've been taking like a lot of inspiration recently and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just like depending on where you like coming from in the scene, like what like your like big three are,
Mm-hmm.
because like obviously for you and me it's different, but I still
Yeah.
think that's pretty cool.
But yeah, so this has been the Hidden Driveway Show. Thank you for watching. Go look at his links in the description. Go.
Thank you. Go click, go click.
Go do it.